What's up, you guys? Welcome to the Jimbo Slice Workshop. We got something cool, red and brushless from Milwaukee. That's right, it's their new M18 Hackzall, model 2719-20 for the bare tool. You could also get it in a -21 kit with a single 5.0 battery. Some key features to this saw: it runs at 3,000 strokes per minute. It's 7/8 inch. That is an improvement over the older models that ran at 3/4 inch, mainly the M12 model. We'll get a little bit into that later. The best shining feature of this tool is, as you can see, a pivoting shoe. It's awesome. It's really an awesome improvement over the previous models. Milwaukee, listen to us. So what does a pivoting shoe do? It pivots, duh. But it allows you to seat your saw against the material that you're cutting to get a smoother, quicker cut. So no more fighting the fixed shoe of the older models where you kind of don't have a great grip. This bad boy, it's just going to seat however you need it to, right up against your material. It's a typical blade lock, quarter turn, slide your blade in and lock it. Nothing fancy there. I've always appreciated the simplicity of the Milwaukee models. If you have gloves on, it's really easy to slide that in. They did give us a nice little LED light on the bottom. Of course, the shoe blocks it a little bit, but it gives you just enough light so you can see the material that you're cutting into. Typical fuel over grip, as we've seen on the other M12 Hackzall. So you could either use this one-handed or two-handed to give yourself a little bit extra leverage. It is a little bit bulkier of a tool. Of course, the brushless motor, a little bit bigger. It is a decent size bigger than the M12 brushless model, which I always preferred over the M18 brushed. So with the battery on there, we're just a little over 14 inches in total length. So you can fit this thing in a stud space if you're trying to tear something out, which is something that DeWalt has always promoted about their compact reciprocating saw model, is you can fit it in a stud space. You can do this one too. So this is a very smooth, powerful saw. Milwaukee claims it's 50% more powerful than any other one-handed model on the market as of this day, which I could really see that. I haven't used the Bosch, but I've seen it in action. This thing's got some power here. So as you can see the overlay I'm doing, we're going to talk about the M12 model. The M12 runs at a 3/4 inch stroke length on the 12-volt platform at 3,000 RPMs. It doesn't hold a candle to the power of the M18. So as you can see, you get a little more feedback in the M12. The M18 is just a smoother, quicker cut. So it's worth it for the little bit extra bulk, but really it's not that much bulkier. The ability to use this one-handed or two-handed. One thing I've always loved the Hackzalls is for pruning. Put a pruning blade on there, you can climb up in the trees, and you can get some limbs down. One minor complaint is there's no way to attach a belt clip or any sort of hook to hang it on a belt, because it is small enough that you could actually mount this to a tool belt if you're up on a ladder or something like that instead of setting it down. So I would have liked to see that. It's not a big deal. It's a little bit out of the ordinary, but we are starting to see a lot more tool companies put some type of hook or hanger on a lot of their tools that you wouldn't normally think would have one. So awesome tool from Milwaukee here. Getting down to the bones of it, it's $149 for the, it's $149 for the bare tool, or you can get a kit with the single battery for $249 from Acme Tools. Really good deal, really good valued saw, considering the 12-volt model has been $150 since it came out. So you get 6 more volts and a lot more power and a lot more fun for really the same price. So runtime pretty good. I'm down to, I don't know if this pack was fully charged, but playing around with it, I went through about half a pack. So typically it's labor-intensive work with sawzalls of that nature, so you're going to tear through your batteries. But this is only a 4.0 pack on here. You can run your 9.0s on here to really go for the power and the runtime that you're going to need on the job site. I wouldn't tear a whole house down with this thing, but having it in your tool bag and your arsenal will really aid in some spots that make it harder to get the bigger sawzall in there. So got to say, I love this thing. As always, it has the trigger lock to keep it from activating in your bag. When you push the trigger, the LED light comes on. That's about it for the bells and whistles of this bad boy. It's basically just a machine that just tears anything up in its path. I did run it through some nail-embedded wood, as you can see. No struggle whatsoever. The little bit that you can see towards the end of the shot is actually the blade wearing down. I've used that blade on many different projects. Instead of putting a new blade, I just left the old one on there. So it does start to bog down once it gets to the bottom. That's just because the blade is worn down. It has nothing to do with the saw. Very smooth cutting through nail-embedded wood. You can hear it a little bit, and you can feel a little bit of pop in the saw when you're going through the difference of materials, but not enough to affect the performance of the saw whatsoever. So now that we have a brushless DeWalt and a brushless Milwaukee compact, I'm going to pick a winner. I love this thing. It's a lot smoother than the DeWalt. Milwaukee has always made outstanding reciprocating saws. I think they're the industry leader with the recips. Even over the new Bosch, the big Bosch. It's an okay saw. I still prefer my Milwaukee. It's a very comfortable saw to use. So that's all I got for you guys today. I know that's open for debate. So that's all I got for you guys today. Click the link below, shoot over to Acme Tools, and pick your M18 brushless Hackzall up today. You can save 11%, as I mentioned, for Veterans Day. Shout out to the veterans. Thank you. Otherwise, we wouldn't have the Jimbo Slice Workshop or any other tool videos because we'd probably be occupied by the Germans. So thank you for everything that you do and did. Follow me at Jimbo Slice Workshop on Instagram, and make sure to check over my website where I got some cool reviews, some deals, and some other cool stuff. Click around, leave me a comment, make sure to subscribe. So that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching.